Welcome back to Exploring Whiskeys. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin, and today we are going to do a little nod to football season.
Yeah.
And this is
Bradshaw Straight Bourbon.
Yes. If you're not sure who Bradshaw would be, that's Terry Bradshaw. He used to be the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers and is now on like every pregame show and all over the place and commercials.
He has his own reality TV show.
He's got it all going on right now, but decided to partner up with, he partnered up with Silver Springs
Bottling Company.
They partnered up with Green River Distilling Company out of Owensboro and produced this. So,
friend of mine, back in Cincinnati, follower of ours, he recommended this.
Yeah.
Just commented on one of our posts. He's not much into the celebrity spirits.
Okay.
I think most of us think that they're kind of overhyped, not as good.
Usually they're overpriced for the.
But he thought that this one was actually pretty decent, so we thought we'd sample on the show. So this Jim Wilcox, this one's for you, buddy.
Maybe. Ah, there we go. There's a silver. No, there's a line. Just didn't see it. All right. Now. They do share some interesting things. So mash bill. So we know it's 70% corn, 21% rye. So that's kind of cool that they share that. We do know
the proof.
That's actually the fun one. The fact that it's 51.9% alcohol, which was apparently Bradshaw's passer
completion percentage.
Yeah. So that was. So 103.8 proof, pretty solid. Nothing wrong with that. The other interesting thing is, it's pretty close to 2 years. Mm-hmm. So it's just qualifying for a straight bourbon. Makes me think it might be a little young on the nose. It's just a guess.
For over 100, there's not much. I don't get much ethanol.
No, but there's a sharpness there. It's not an ethanol burn. There's just a little bit of a sharpness there and a lot of sweet notes.
Yeah, very sweet.
Little like caramel, vanilla, and there's some kind of a sharp there.
A lot of vanilla.
The youth is there. There is a youth note. Yeah, there's a lot of sweetness.
Very sweet. And then it
a little funniness in the middle, and then it gets dry. Yeah. Yep. There's a funny, I got to figure out what that note is in the middle. Because there's like a weird transition that goes from a really, really like sugary sweet vanilla.
I got like a wheat.
Okay.
Wheat, not weed. Wheat. A wheat?
Yeah,
no.
There's no wheat in this. There's no weed either.
No, there's not.
Though I could really see that happening at some point soon in whiskey. I mean, with the number of beers, like craft beers that done that.
There's already a beer, yeah. Well, or not. Sweetwater
does the 420, right? Yeah, I could totally see somebody in Colorado. What Breckenridge is out there, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody's going to be doing a weed-based.
Yeah, I got that wheat sweetness.
Well, the sharpness has mellowed.
Yep.
Or I got used to it. Pick one. Yeah, there's just a lot of like vanilla, caramely sweetness. Mm-hmm. But through the nose, still a little sharp, but through the nose and the palate, over 100 proof. No, it's really not there. Mm-mm. It's not coming through that strong.
Yeah, no, it's for me it's sweet all the way through, but I don't know why I'm getting like a wheated bourbon sweetness. Yeah,
the initial sweet notes are definitely really strong. There is a weird transition before it gets to the finish.
Nothing on the bottle.
The finish does dry out. You get a little oaky, some of those kind of notes, which is odd since it's 2-year-old bourbon. Why would it get oaky? I don't understand that at all. It's not horrible. It's not the best whiskey I've ever drank, but for celebrity whiskey, it's not bad.
Open this one up a little bit more.
Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know what it is. There's something a little funny in there that's, I don't know. A little cough syrupy, maybe. Nah, it's not like the sweetness that's added to cough syrup. Doesn't really taste like cough syrup. It tastes like that almost artificial sweetness.
Like an aspartame.
Something like that.
Splenda,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, for me, it's just sweet all the way through.
All right, let's play this game.
But
Especially
I
at
don't,
this
but I
proof.
don't get the proof.
No. I kind of think it might heat up a little with the water. We've caught that a couple times where it'll actually, oddly, you bring the proof down by adding water, but the heat actually becomes more apparent. Not sure how that works.
I get more corn. The corn note.
Really sweet corn. Syrupy. Still really syrupy. And now the palate, I took a quick little sip to try to, I don't know, acclimate. Yeah, it's very syrupy. It's really kind of thick on your tongue.
Heats up, just the finish is a little hotter.
A little warmer. Still don't understand that.
Doesn't dry out like it did before the water.
Right. It now has, like I said, it's a little bit more oily or syrupy almost than a dry oak like finish. I don't know if it's ethanol heat or the rye like kind of hits the back of your throat now.
I wish there was more on the bottle, other than the standard government warning,
Yeah.
and then the 4 Super Bowls that he won.
Yes. Yeah. They're
Everything
about this.
They're on there twice. It's on the side and it's on the front.
Everything about this is a nod to his football career, and he was a great quarterback.
He played in 6 Super Bowls and won 4. For the proof, I'd be curious what this would be like on a cube, just because of the proof.
There is something funny in this. It's not totally bad or off-putting, whatever that funny note is. It's just something's a little funny.
Something you can't zero in on.
I can't put my finger on what it is.
I enjoy the sweetness of it, though. It's sweet all the way through. Now with the water, you get a little bit of the, I think it's more of the rye note, that heats it up.
I would agree.
Which is nice.
Yeah,
Makes
that
you
actually helps.
makes you feel like there's more of a proof to it than what you're.
This is almost an old fashioned. There's so many sweet notes to it. The rye finally is starting to come out with the water. It's almost an old fashioned by itself, with that level of sweetness. A little citrus in there, and you call it a day. That's all you need. Maybe if you want to throw in the Luxardo cherry. All right, so $40. Is it the best celebrity whiskey I've ever had? No, it's probably up there, honestly, if I think of the ones that I've had. But
We enjoyed Wolf Moon, but the proof was so low.
way too low.
About 80.
That was really sweet, too. That was 80. A lot of that, I'd put it on par with a lot of the Heaven's Doors ones. I think the Heaven's Doors probably, it's a little bit higher quality across the board.
Yep.
But they also have like 4 or 5 different releases, so
This should have stayed.
This is new.
This should have stayed 2 more years.
I think at that proof and that profile, even just another year in the barrel would be
4, I think it would have.
4 would, yeah, absolutely.
Spot on.
I mean, he's a 4-time Super Bowl winner. Why aren't you a 4-year-old bourbon winner?
You have a nod to your completion percentage, which that's 51%.
51.9. You completed just over half of the passes you've thrown.
Which I thought would have been a little higher.
Yeah, that doesn't sound amazing.
He does have a gold jacket.
Yeah.
But no, I think, maybe that's the next one that's coming out. Maybe it'll be a white label, and it's a 4.
Or a yellow label with the jacket.
I hate the Steelers, so you're lucky I'm even drinking this.
I'm not a Steelers fan by any means, so this isn't on me. This is on your buddy.
Yeah, no.
It's solid for a celebrity whiskey. It's not necessarily a whiskey I'd go out and buy, outside of the idea that, well, 1, somebody asked. 2, it's a celebrity endorsed. $40 for a 2-year-old bourbon, slightly overpriced. I mean,
Just a smidge.
Yeah, that should be like mid-20s, $20, $25. Yeah, you're in the right ballpark for that kind, like that profile and that age. But
I do think you're onto something with an old fashioned or a Manhattan. Probably good with, because you get that rye at the end.
Hopefully,
and it's sweet pretty much all the way through.
Yep.
I am curious again, just because of the proof. It's almost 104. putting it over a cube. Even if it's just in a Glencairn with a small cube, not a full block.
Full raw, yeah.
See,
Just a little
see what that
refrigerator
does.
cube.
See what that does to the flavor.
Getting a little, the rye, the more the water's impacting the whiskey, the rye becomes more apparent.
I kind of want to reach out to these guys and be like, all right, he's 4-time.
Yeah.
It needs to sit in there for 4 years.
Make 4-year whiskey.
Because I think 2 more years, this would be
Yeah, if it,
really good.
so the vanilla note should come down. The oak would have more of an impact. It would kind of soften some of the edges to it. I think 4 years would make for a pretty good whiskey.
Well,
Now, but then the question, I always wonder, like, did Bradshaw do it? Did the Silver Screens people do it? Or did Green River go, yeah, he's a sweet guy, let's put a sweet whiskey in there? You know what I mean? Like, is it totally a marketing ploy? I don't know.
I don't know. He did buy a local establishment. They live in Oklahoma, just over the Texas border. And his son-in-law is a world-renowned chef.
Really?
So his son-in-law is going to run this restaurant/bar. So I would imagine that
whiskey will
be
standard.
Will be a standard.
Yeah, probably.
So,
and that would make me think that, one, they're probably going to go for a little more age.
They
Two,
should.
they're probably going to go for, they'll probably release a rye. They'll probably release like a more of a broader line of whiskeys. So
I think
something to watch.
I think this is a good starter.
Yeah.
If the intention is to grow from here,
not a bad base.
not a bad base at 2 years. Again, I think based on his 4 Super Bowls, if they did a 4-year,
Yeah.
I think
that
this one would
important.
be really good at 4, just because of the sweet notes and the spice you get, and obviously the proof. We both like the higher proof ones.
Absolutely.
So yeah, 2 more years, go next one, and then see if they get a straight rye. I mean something.
Yeah.
And I'm sure
Solid.
I'm sure it's trending that direction. Well, Jim, we definitely appreciate the recommendation on sampling us on the show. I think, again, like we said, we think it's a good starter. I think there's a little bit longer.
There's room to improve.
A little bit longer.
But they have a nice baseline going.
Yep, absolutely. So again, thank you for the recommendation. One, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the rest of you out there enjoyed this review. If you did, as always, we encourage you to hit that like button at the bottom of the screen.
And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified every time we put a new episode, and let us know if you've got another celebrity whiskey that you'd like us to review or you would recommend us give a shot. Love to hear from you.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining.
See you on the next episode.
Cheers.
Cheers.